Okay, guys. So, in our finale segment, we are going to be talking about Tamar and K. Michelle. And I also wanted to break something down to you guys. When I say finale segment, this is our last topic of the day, and this will also be the topic that I feature on YouTube. Because if you guys aren't fully aware, I do take the finale topic and I post it on YouTube. And the finale topic is usually what the pretty much the whole title of the video is mainly about. I have, other little side note stuff, but the main topic of what the YouTube video is going to be about and what the main topic of the podcast is going to be about would be the finale topic. So, yeah, it's like our big topic of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? The one that I feel is worthy enough to go onto YouTube. And the one that I feel is going to draw in enough attention to keep giving me the notoriety for my YouTube channel and for my podcast as well. I just want to draw in more people and gain a lot more engagement. So that's why I call it the finale topic. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and dive into this. So we have Tamar Braxton and we have K. Michelle. So Tamar Braxton and K. Michelle have had ongoing beefs since I'd like to say back in 2016, 2015, maybe even before that. And when I tried to look up the reasonings as to why that beef started, it seems like it was over something petty, like an outfit that they both wore or something of that sort. And then just from there, it got even more messy and even more petty. And then from there, they just couldn't stand each other. So it's not like there was an actual situation in which, someone stole someone's man and that's why they couldn't stand each other. It just seems like little petty things happen. And I think it was a lot of he say, she say that possibly happened as well that really amped up this whole beef between them in the first place. But back around 2016, 2017, Tamar and K. Michelle squashed their beef, was able to perform on the same stage, and, put all their differences aside, and it seemed like they were cool. Now, I don't know what happened from that performance with, them being at the BET Awards or whichever awards that was. It was some BET related event. But I don't know what happened from there to now, because Tamar Braxton was on an appearance of the T.S. Madison show. And she was asked if she would do a Versus with K. Michelle. And Tamar Braxton didn't even really answer. She just shook a little thing in front of the camera, fell out, and was being her normal dramatic self. Now, if I'm completely honest, I think that was a plausible question. I don't feel like she was being shady or nothing. I feel like that's something that I would honestly tune in to watch. Because K. Michelle and Tamar Braxton are very, very talented women. The both of their voices combined, I feel like could do some damage to the female singing game. These are two females that can actually hold notes and that can really do some singing, and they don't do the whole sing rap type shit. And they don't do the singing where you don't really hear their real raw potential. And there's only a handful of females that you hear singing like that. And Tamar Braxton and K. Michelle are two of the girls on the handfuls that you hear that could sing like that. So I feel like that was an actual good question. But Tamar made it seem like it was a big deal. Then from there, that's when all hell breaks loose. Because that's when K. Michelle comes out and she starts, saying her little 2 cents. And in her 2 cents, she goes on to say, I'm supposed to fight a bitch with no edges, and pretty much calls K. Michelle a Muppet. Calls Tamar Braxton a Muppet. So from there, K Michelle goes on live. That's pretty much what she stated on live. But she goes live and she just starts spilling even more things. She starts saying that, Tamar Braxton was having relations with Jermaine Dupri's dad, who's a married man. Then she goes on to say that Jermaine Dupri's mom did some acts on Tamar in an elevator. So things just completely got messy and really just went left after that simple question of would she do a Versus with K Michelle. And based off of Tamar's actions, that's what sparked K Michelle to go and do even more crazy things. But here's the part that really pisses me off, guys. I forgot to take a picture of it. But Tamar responds, and when she responds with her and her man in like in a live together, and they're sitting down doing a live together. And in this live, Tamar just acts like she's doing no wrong and like she did no wrong and like she's just super innocent in this situation. She's sitting back and she's like, I'm just not going to engage in any activity. I'm a grown woman. Like, just pretty much doing this whole pity party thing and playing as if she's innocent. But I feel like if she would never have sparked that whole situation to happen, and then she's like trying to bring up the situation of things that are happening now. She's like, based off of everything that's happening right now, I don't think this is the time for beefs and stuff like that. But you sparked this whole situation to even occur by doing what you was doing, shaking a little thing or that you was shaking in the camera and falling out as if someone sat there and told you something completely crazy. Because no one knows why her and K Michelle are not even on good terms no more. I don't even know why they fell out in the first place. Like I said, I think it was a bunch of he say, she say shit. And, you never could really just side with people when it's a bunch of he say, she say stuff. But, yeah, so that whole thing happened. And then, K Michelle responded with something else again. And then Tamar's boyfriend was saying something about, it made him sad that, that whole situation even occurred and that, things were said out of context and everything. Here's my whole thing. I do not like it when two females have a situation and they have a beef or whatever, and then you're sitting here trying to handle your situation, and then all of a sudden this girl that actually has a man, her man wants to get involved and be in the picture with her. First off, no. You're about to handle this situation as a woman and do it by yourself. You're not about to bring your man on camera with you and try to handle this situation with you and your man. I feel like your man is going to look like a complete punk and look like a complete bitch doing that. He is a man. He needs to go sit in a man's place. He needs to let the females hash out their drama. This is something that two adult women that have children should be able to do. You both are mothers. You both are up in age. You both are practically pushing 40. You should know what you're doing at this point. You should know how to sit down, squash beefs. At this point, with the whole COVID-19 situation and everybody being quarantined, y'all know how to sit there and reach each other. Y'all could do a video call where y'all both be on live and talk out your issues through live. Y'all don't even have to see each other face to face. Anything to just squash all this beef. If anything, I think that the Versus would have been nice. It would have been very dope because Tamar has a bunch of really nice songs and K Michelle has a bunch of really nice songs. Putting them both in there together. And don't get me started with if there was a three-way Versus and we added Keisha Cole in there too. Oh, we really would have been talking. We really would have had us a show right there. But these women keep bickering. Thank you for listening, everyone. If you enjoyed that podcast, please be sure to tune in every Monday through Friday on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Radio Public, Pocketcasts, and Anchor for the rest of that podcast.